Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video, we're gonna go over how we construct and take our town hall meetings. Now, what is a town hall meeting? A town hall meeting is something that we have once a month to go over certain topics about the company, specifically what we need to continue from the previous month, what we need to start doing in the following month, well, this upcoming month, and what we need to stop doing because it did not work. We also go over revenue, profits, we give recognition to people, and we go over certain diagnostics that need to change. This is a meeting that every single person in the company has to attend and to be active. I expect every single person to be there and tell me about whatever the situation is, because if you're not talking the entire meeting, that means that everything is going perfect. Probably that's not true. So if you can see how we started is with the start, stop, and continue. This is something that I learned from many of my mentors, specifically one of my good friends, Eddie Malouf, and I actually watched him do this with his team live on the call. That is him. It is him. Wait. It is Eddie Malouf.
Did he just show up when you said his name? Like a genie in the
The first three things that we cover is what we need to continue doing from the previous month. And usually these are things that helped us gain momentum, helped us with sales, helped us with fulfillment, whatever the case may be. The next thing we talk about is what needs to get started from the previous month. So a good example of that is if you have a particular system or process that has been hindering the growth, or if there's a specific position that you need to start searching for, this is the time to talk about it. And then lastly, we talk about what needs to stop. Maybe you had a department that was doing the wrong things. Maybe people were not tracking certain metrics. Whatever that is, it needs to stop. Everybody on this meeting agrees, hey, this needs to stop. And sometimes what happens is we add certain things to this presentation. If you want this presentation, come in the word remote on this video, and I will personally send you the presentation and exactly how we go through this slide by slide, so that way you can do this with your team as well. One of the biggest things that I learned from this is I didn't start doing this town hall meeting within my first 2 years of running the business. And when I partnered with Esteban, he actually showed me this is something that he's been doing for a long time. And this is something that he's been able to share with his team. And guys, I was very scared of sharing our revenue numbers, our profit numbers. But guess what? As soon as we did that, we doubled the company. And it's because everybody was on the same page about what needs to change and what needs to grow. And we're all together because nothing great is done solo. Everything great is done with a team, and everybody has to be on the same page at all times. And a lot of times, and I was one of those people, I was scared of showing the numbers. I was scared of showing profit because I thought, oh, maybe people would ask for more money, or maybe people would be scared because the profits are not good, whatever the case may be. But guys, you have to be absolutely honest and disciplined with doing this on a monthly basis. Lastly, you're not gonna be doing this by yourself. If you have leadership, they're gonna help you craft this and go over specific bullet points that need to happen. As a CEO, I only put my inputs, which is a little bit here and there, specifically for the first few slides. But mostly importantly, I'm the one leading this because at the end of the day, I'm the driver of the company and everything goes as I go. If I'm stopping, probably the company is gonna stop. So we go over a lot of different things. And lastly, my favorite thing is the recognition. The recognition is my favorite part because this is where we give shout outs to the team, people that are actually stuck for each other, people that had each other's backs, people that maybe they just started working in the company, maybe they've been in the company for a long time, and they give recognition. And the very, very last thing, guys, is we pick a core value winner. So we have 9 core values. You will hear it in this video, and we pick a core value winner, and you can pick a prize for them if they win this prize. And every single month, I make sure that a different person wins it every single month, based on the company voting. So it's not something that I choose, but it's something that the leaders choose and the rest of the company. And what we like to do, the prize winner gets a $50 free dinner on the company. So that means that they can take their family or they can absolutely ball out on a date with a beautiful person. That is the first part of the town hall meeting. Check out the video. Welcome to the monthly town hall. As you guys know, we do this every single month to go over a lot of different things that happen in December, whether things that we need to continue doing, we need to start doing, or we need to totally stop.
Today's meeting is very important because this is a time where everyone gets together and everyone kind of gets a little bit of an update. We're just going over it, and then I'll take over.
We're also going to go over our numbers from December, cover numbers from 2024 as a whole, and set some goals for January, for Q1 and this year, right? So we want to start this on a hot note.
When we're already given an agenda, so Omir gave an agenda just to frame the entire conversation and how it's going to be. So they have an idea of kind of what's happening, but obviously it happens every month, so they already have an idea. But since it only happens every 30 days, it's important to kind of recap and just set the frame for how everything's going to go.
Sweet. So let's dive into December status. What we need to continue from December onto this month. Who has the first point here?
This part is actually very important because what we do is we want to ask everyone, what should we continue doing in the company? So Amir, why is this like a crucial part?
Because these are things that we started either the previous month or couple months, and this is something that the whole team needs to know. Hey, we need to continue doing this because it's either helping us hit our goal, helping us continue move forward, and it's obviously this was a good idea that the entire team agreed upon. Why it needs to continue happening.
And if you haven't done it ever in your company, I suggest that you take a time, maybe a meetup with your entire team, go to a place, and just do that exercise. Make sure that the continuous, the things that have worked, and you do more of that, right? So it worked, all right, do it again.
Now into what needs to get started. What needs to get started in January.
So now we're in the second part of it, which is what needs to get started. So Amir, tell us a little bit more about this one.
So what needs to get started is what did we need? I mean, it's literally pretty clear right there. To get started in the month of January that did not get started in December. There's two parts to this. Either we already planned to start this in December, but didn't get started for whatever reason, maybe lack of time, maybe lack of resources, or something that we saw that, oh my gosh, in December, we did not do this, and now we need to get this started because it's slowing us down, or things are not happening the way they're supposed to happen. So what gets started is next. All right. Let's cover the first point. Who's got the first point for what needs to be started?
So that's from me.
And now the third step is actually what you should stop doing and the retrospect that you had from the month. So why is this important, Amir? Tell us more.
This is important because this is what we need to cut out from the previous month or previous months and completely let this go because it's stopping our momentum, it's stopping growth, it's not helping with relationships within the team, and it's also, it could be a system issue, and the most important thing is to be aware of what needs to stop, and sometimes stopping it altogether is a little bit hard, so there needs to be a process of how to stop this. So for instance, if you have a system that the whole company is dependent on, but the system is slowing things down, it will take time to replace the system, whether you have to go to a different platform, whether you have to investigate how to automate certain things, so it takes time. But now everybody's aware, hey, we need to stop this month. Now there are other things that can stop immediately. It's up to you to decide what is most important immediately and when it overall needs to stop.
The first section that we did was start, stop, and continue. You watched that video. And in this section, well, we're presenting you that transparency is key in your company meetings at the end of the month. In the town hall meetings, we show everyone what the numbers actually look like. And we are fully transparent. We're radically transparent because it's important for people to know where we stand as a company. Imagine if you don't know where your company is going. Imagine if you go to a big company and they don't know, like they're supposed to be in the stock market and they don't show exactly their numbers. They're not clear, right? They're not transparent. Well, in a small company, it's harder to get to the stock market, right? So you have to be clear and transparent about your revenue and your profits so that we know exactly what is happening. And this includes like what happened that month with sales, what happened that month with app sales, what happened with that month with retention, with recurring clients, all the fires, all the things that are happening, like the new add-ons, the pricing model, whatever it is that you want to cover about transparency and about your P&L.
Revenue for Q4 was 245, which is not bad. So that means that we're, getting to where we need to get to. Obviously, now we need to get a setter and a closer to pump up these numbers even more. We hit our revenue goal for Q4.
Right now, we're going over wins and acknowledgement, where we actually talk about different departments. And we just had a huge conversation about revenue, profit, what we were able to accomplish monetary-wise, because it's very important. But now this part is where we talk about people.
All right, so this is when we acknowledge the teams of the month, the team members of the month, from sales, to recruiters, to sourcers, and overall which team performed the most, because we have split our entire company into 3 teams, and each team has X amount of clients that they have to help. Whoever fulfills the most becomes the team of the month. And then lastly, we pick the core value winner of the month. This is something that each team member picks, and then the person that gets the most amount of points becomes core value winner and gets a free high five. Just kidding. He gets a dinner. Free dinner. Let's go. So shout out to Johan, top closer of the month. We added 17 new clients last month, which is amazing. We had 15 returning clients. Incredible. We upsold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people last month, which is 6. Some of them got upsold for the unlimited package for the year, and then upsold other people for the placements. Now we're doing team of the month, which is our best team and highest performing team. We have 3 teams at the moment, and every month we pick the team that performed the most, had the best numbers in according to the data that we're tracking, and overall, like, who performed the best out of the 3 teams. And this time was team 2. They hit their goal. They had almost half of their hirings came fast, which means that within 10 days we were able to find someone. That's how we count on fast hiring. And last but not least, my favorite stat is that on average, we're presenting less than 5 candidates to find the person they're looking for. That means that we normally present 3, and then we present maybe 1 or 2 more, and then you'll find the exact match you're looking for your company. So huge shout out again, Sebastian, Pamela, Layla, and Hannah.
So whatever that you do for your company, you decide to actually give shout outs to your department, make sure that you do individual recognition, and you also do team recognition as a group recognition, especially when there is departments and so on.
Yes, departments. For your company, you probably should do departments.
And most importantly, since you need to track things, we talk about tracking many different times, you need to be able to show the charts, the stats, you need to show these percentages. This way, people actually know first that you're tracking, that they're being watched. Here's what happens. People do what you inspect, not what you expect. So once everything is being tracked on a day-to-day basis, it gives you a better room for improvement, right? Because what gets tracked gets improved. So people will be able to see this in a monthly basis, and they'll be able to not only get triggered in that competition part of their brain, but like, okay, I need to get more done, this is what my other colleagues are doing. I need to be at that bar. So it raises the bar, and then ultimately also calls out and shows the people that are not really performing. So this could do many different things. They could push them further, or it would just mean that, hey, it's time for us to go. But what normally does, it actually pushes them further, especially if the entire team is aligned.
We have our core value winner. So before I present this, we have 9 core values that we live and die by, which is proactive, not reactive, integrity, Kaizen, extreme ownership, relentless communication, pursue excellence, unity and affinity, optimism over pessimism, open hearts, open minds. We have 9. I know it's a lot, but we also have a big team. So we wanted to come up with these together. Our core values, abbreviation is Pikachu, which is like Pikachu. And this month, I want to give a huge shout out. This was a close race, probably one of the closest races we've had. So big shout out to Mohammed for winning core value winner of the month. Absolutely incredible. So grateful to have Mohamed Salah on our team, one of the greatest soccer players to ever exist in the world. So Mohammed.
Let's go. Yo, Mo, you actually, yeah, man, like, you deserve it. You're a go-getter, dude. You show up, you do things on time, you do things further, more.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, amazing. All right, so now we're gonna do acknowledgements. And what we like to do is we like to do 10 acknowledgements from a team to a department, a team to a team member, give shout outs, but not just like, I give a shout out to Jeff. Nope, we want to actually give them a shout out, but explain why we're giving them a shout out, whether it's to a team member or to a department.
So,
and to give a little bit of a bonus, we also tell them to pass the ball to other people, because it's hard for people to talk about themselves, right? So yes. We make other people talk about others, which is easier for them. And then we pass the ball to other one, but like, so who's next? Who's going to give the acknowledgement? So this way we just start the meeting with momentum, and it just, it keeps like a snowball effect of just recognition, acknowledgement, praise, and so on.
Who's got the first
Acknowledgement.
I want to start with the acknowledgements here. I definitely want to give a huge shout out to my department, the hiring consultants.
So guys, there you have it. That is the town hall meeting. Like I mentioned, if you want this presentation, comment the word remote in the comments. I will personally send you the slide deck, and that way you can use this for your company. Remember, the most important thing is to keep it honest and to get consistent with it. We, at one point, were only sharing revenue, and a couple months later, I was like, I'm also gonna share profit. A couple months after that, I was like, we're gonna start doing recognitions. And we started adding onto this town hall to now it's an 1.5 to 2 hour meeting once a month that have the entire company. Even if you're on the beach and you're on vacation, if this is a town hall meeting, you absolutely have to attend. This is the one meeting that is inexcusable for you to miss unless you're in the hospital on your dying bed. Hopefully that doesn't happen, and that hasn't happened yet. And because everybody knows a month ahead when this town hall meeting is at. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with people that you love, share this with people you care about, and I'll see you in the next YouTube video.